Ladies and gentlemen, introducing, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 67.75 kgs. He trains out of the Team Pinky in South Australia. Introducing 50 Shades, Jason Scott. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 67.95 kg. Trained here at O'Neill's Gym in Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Carter Lawrance. Fighters, White Crew, Ramoy.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by Quest Infrastructure. Jason Scott, 25. Carter Lawrance, 6 years the senior at 31. They both weighed in a shade under 68 kg. And the records, 31 fights, 21 wins for Carter Lawrence. Jason Scott, 4 wins from his 8 fights in his pro career.
Ready, cut.
And here we go, round number 1. Scott in the blue trunks, Lawrence in the red.
Both fighters starting out the feeling process. We have actually a big clash of styles here tonight. We have Jason Scott, who is more a knee and clinch fighter, and Carter Lawrence, a more technical fighter, enjoys his long-range weapons, uses his kicks really well, and we can see them now engage into the clinch, which is Jason's preferred distance and range.
Let's go.
Both very tall, lanky and rangy fighters. Scott coming forward with the 1-2, and they immediately engaged back in the clinch.
Doing a really good job there of closing distance quickly to lock on into the clinch, trying to wear out Carter.
Keep working.
Not enabling Carter to use his longer range weapons.
Yeah, this could be one of those long grinding 5 by 3 minute round fights.
Check.
Very exhausting style to be fighting against someone like Jason. And over 5 rounds, Carter will need a really big gas tank to maintain his energy levels and to control the fight.
But plenty of experience, 31 fights to his name, 21 wins. 2-time WBC state champion is Carter Lawrence.
Yeah, Carter's super experienced. He also spent some time training at FA Group in Thailand this year, which is known as the clinch gym. So he is well trained in the clinch as well.
I'll look for a sweep of his own there, as both of them exchanging knees to start round number 1. Just a shade over a minute remaining in round number 1 of 5 by 3.
Jason getting good inside arm control there. As you can see, his arms on the inside of Carter, pushing the face, finding those short elbows just before.
And they hit the side of the foot, yeah.
Separates and goes straight back, and I'm sure we'll go straight back into the clinch in a matter of moments.
Yep,
there we are.
Go again.
Give it up.
But Carter doesn't seem too phased that he is in the clinch. He's still scoring really well, not showing any fatigue or dislike for the clinch.
Well, both the ribs are marked up early on respective gentlemen, and we're only 2.5 minutes into this fight.
Jason again using that push of the face to find distance and landing some elbows now. Oh, beautiful elbow by Carter as Jason just walks straight in, and the same thing back from Jason.
Another knee and another. 10 seconds remaining in round number 1.
It has been a clinch fight.
Oh, then the sweep at the end there from Lawrence. That could decide the round, but one of those early upward elbows. We'll see how long it takes to get back into the clinch. Maybe the game plan will change, because it is pretty even in the clinch so far.
Oh,
nice head kick.
Beautiful.
Oh, well.
Back into the clinch.
Spoke too soon.
Carter's still managing the clinch really well. He's got a better arm positioning right now than Jason.
Out. Check.
Nice upward elbow. Both men 2-1 in their last 3. Carter Lawrance had the loss to Albert Chua, but defeated Ramesh Habib and Samuel Beelan in his previous 2. And Jason Scott defeated Tim Ewan, but lost to Ben Millington before that and had a win over Fan Tong prior to that. Previously met Kaiwita Jones at 1774 in the first round knockout. Did Jason Scott. 2 Roots appearance as well. There's a nice dump there from Lawrence. That's going to score well.
Check.
And the left eye of Jason Scott starting to close up a bit.
Both fighters lock into the clinch again. Jason's doing a really good job of kind of entering to the clinch and getting good arm positioning straight away. You can see his arms are on the inside. Struggling a little bit to apply downward pressure on Carter's neck though, to break his posture. So he's kind of still using his body weight, but not able to break Carter's posture too well at this point.
Both men in great shape condition-wise. Going to have to be if you're going to stand in the clinch for 5 rounds and trade knees.
Carter closing distance straight away. Sorry, Jason closing distance.
Whoa, not far away with that uppercut there was Scott. You see the left side of the ribs there of Lawrence pretty well marked up. A minute left in round number 2.
See Carter Lawrence trying to use that low kick to slow down Jason's forward aggression, and also the up elbow, just to give him a threat as he walks in.
So they again exchange knees, fight for inside position.
Both fighters still doing a great job in the clinch, getting better arm position, exchanging elbows.
Straight down the middle there comes Scott. And a nice catch there from Scott, and he answers in kind, goes straight back to the clinch. I think that was probably the longest period we've spent outside the clinch so far in this fight.
Don't hold the rope. Don't grab the rope.
And just a warning there from Abasamadi, holding the rope.
Another southpaw orthodox fight. We've seen so many of that tonight on Rebellion.
Yeah, I think 3 out of the 4.
Yeah. Though it doesn't really matter what stance you are when you get into the clinch. Jason, again, doing a great job of closing distance into the clinch, but again, Carter just holding his own, still scoring, doing really well with the elbows, and finding a little bit more success with the leg kicks as well this round.
You can see that training camp really paid off, because he's so far negated the clinch of Scott, which, as you talked about earlier, is his bread and butter. But Scott also finding some homes for those elbows. We take a look at some of the replay.
1-3 coming up.
Oh, beautiful question mark kick there from Carter.
1-3 coming up, Sakina.
As we kind of see Jason using a lot of body weight pressure against Carter against the ropes, it makes it a little bit easier for him to find those timed sweeps as well. But again, I'm really enjoying Carter's arm control in the clinch, always finding the inside position. Just at the moment, maybe early in the fight, finding it a little bit difficult to pull Carter's head down at this point.
Said both fighters, in terms of body type, almost identical. So it'll be interesting to see if they do decide to change tactics and break away from the clinch. Maybe Carter Lawrence's corner decided, nope, as you talked about, having that long training camp, worked hard on the clinch. Maybe you think he might mix it up?
Normally, the fights that I've seen Carter fight in, he's more of a technical fighter. He's got really beautiful long-range body kicks.
Yep.
So this is the first time I've actually seen him fight just full 2 rounds of clinching.
Okay. Well, that could be something to keep an eye on. He might maybe the 4th or 5th round decide if it continues to be a clinch war, decide to change it up a bit.
Yeah, I think Carter's just showing experience as well as a technical fighter, being very well-rounded, you know. Being put into any situation, whether it's a boxing match or like a heavier knee fight or a clinch fight, he's still able to hold his ground.
57 fights of experience between them, as they now decide to trade and straight back to the clinch.
Back into the clinch. Jason again getting pretty good arm control on the neck there, and again with that body weight leaning on top of Carter, and Carter finding that sweep. So Jason just trying to like roll over to get up first.
No, that looked like it was more going into MMA rules there for a second.
Just trying to show dominance as they stand up, you know, whoever stands up first. Carter doing a really good job there, finding home for that head kick. A little bit rushed as Jason is moving at a really quick pace into the clinch.
Well, looking for a few more sweeps and takedowns here in this 3rd round. Now keeping it at range a little bit more. But Scott now trying to close in and gets the clinch yet again.
Doing a good job. I think just that change of arm position there might work in his favor. Jason being a little bit shorter than Carter, instead of trying to grab up on the neck, just coming low and grabbing around the body and working there instead.
So Masamati just giving Jason Scott a final warning for grabbing the rope. Be a point next time.
So both fighters back into the clinch. Carter doing a really good job of timing those sweeps.
It was a bit low on that front push kick.
Bit of a breather for both.
Yep. So he's got 3 minutes to gather his thoughts.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah, it's just more accidental. And as you can see the left eye there of Jason Scott, significant mouse. Looks like he's ready to go back into it. As they touch gloves, and they're straight back into hostilities and straight back into the clinch.
This time Carter initiating the getting into the clinch, trying to almost do like a little hip throw there.
Front push kick again there from Carter Lawrance. Again with a question mark kick. Had success earlier with that. Why not try it again?
Beautiful. Beautiful work from both boys. Carter getting good arm control there, pushing away at the face. Yep, finishing the exchange with a kick. Still attacking that leg as Jason walks in, just trying to like bruise it up and slow him down a little bit.
And referee Avasamati calls a break. The mohawk there of Jason Scott in the gloves of Carter Lawrance, and we're back, 20 seconds remaining. And again, straight back into the theme of this fight, clinch work. And Lawrence again looking to take it to the mat. And that will pretty much do it here for round number 3. Now seems to be becoming a bit of a war of attrition between these two gentlemen. And there goes the bell. 3 rounds in the books. 2 to go. 5 by 3-minute rounds. Scott and Lawrence here at Pavilion as we have a look at the replay.
Real jerk food truck in
Both
the
fighters still looking really fresh, even though it's been 3 rounds of a clinch war there.
Fantastic. These items there to buy
Carter
the
Lawrence is doing a
merchandise.
really good job
Christmas
timing
right
the
around corner.
sweeps.
Make
Jason
sure you
Scott
go
using
check
his
it
body
out
weight
while
to
you
try
get
and
the
push
feed at the real
Carter around a little
food
bit,
truck
but Carter just
in the
using that
courtyard.
against him, turning off into sweeps.
Coming up.
Yeah, not as much use of the elbow between the two guys. It was Miley just looked for the knees and then Carter looking for an opening to sweep.
Yeah, a little bit difficult when the clinch is so close. You can kind of see their forearms are pretty much wrapped around each other's necks for the entirety of the clinch. It was really hard to find any openings for elbows there. Mostly when they're kind of breaking away as the head pulls away, that's when the up elbow comes in, and that's when we're kind of seeing, that's when the elbows are exchanged in the clinch.
Well, I'd like to thank Ladbrokes, our sponsor for this fight, and Quest Infrastructure for this sponsorship of Rebellion 30. You're live from the Melbourne Pavilion on Fox Sports. Hope you're enjoying it from wherever you're watching. Steve White and Springs here ringside for all the action here this evening. Don't forget, we've got Carolina Arm and Joanne La up next. We've got Josh Hill and David Pennempede. That'd be an absolute war between UK versus Australia, and in Mo Setagai and Mohamed McCall. 1FC. Mo Setagai, if you've watched some of his fights, 2-2 in that organisation, particularly with the 4-ounce gloves as well. In our main event, Jordan Gottfriedson and Chad Collins for the super lightweight title. And that has been a fight years in the making and years of anticipation. Everyone wants to see it, and it's happening tonight. So make sure you stick around for that one. Right now, though, round 4 of 5. Carter Lawrence and Jason Scott here at Rebellion 30. Abbas Samadi, our referee, gets things going, and here we go. It's been a trench warfare slash clinch warfare for the 9 minutes so far. 6 minutes remaining in the fight. We return to said theme.
Jason again rushing in with the hands. He's got actually really powerful hands as he enters in. And closing distance, grabbing onto Carter. Trying to get inside position there. Carter being a little bit taller, it's a little bit harder for Jason to try and break his posture. And we're still seeing that in the 4th round.
Keep working, keep working.
Scott now just going knee for knee here with Lawrence, this time in the center of the ring. Most of it's been on the ropes in terms of the clinch work. Nice right on the exit there from Scott, and again with a question mark kick from Lawrence.
Beautiful jump knee there from Jason. He's doing a really good job of keeping that distance close to Carter. It's almost like a magnet, it's just sticking to him.
Ooh,
wow.
Crossing elbow from Scott wasn't far off. Haven't seen too many low kicks from either fighter. I mean, the range hasn't allowed it. It's been fought at clinch range.
I think Carter's doing a really good job just using the basics to try and damage Jason as he comes in. The inside leg kick, the up elbow, just wearing him down a little bit as the rounds go on.
And again, we break as we 90 seconds, halfway mark of this round number 4. Absolutely no idea how to score this fight either so far. We may have another split decision if it continues at its current trajectory.
Carter getting good arm positioning there.
Come on.
Beautiful question mark kick.
As Lawrence now ties up. 53 seconds remaining. Really grinding style of fight. You can see it, both of them still game. 4 rounds in.
Both fighters still very fit. No one's showing any signs of fatigue.
Yep.
Jason again, like a magnet, back on. He's got a really good actually head positioning as well. Kind of protecting himself from the elbows, just burrowing his head down into Carter's shoulders.
And with a smile on his face the whole way through as well, Jason Scott. 18 seconds remaining.
Carter's doing a really good job of sneaking in those up elbows as Jason pressures forward. We've seen that all night now, landing those elbows.
It's sort of obviously he's prepared to wear that to get into the clinch.
Exactly.
And that will do it for round number 4. And again, 95% of the round spent in the clinch. And only 3 minutes between us and the judges. Well, I should say Carter Lawrence, Jason Scott, and the judges. War of attrition here at Rebellion 30. 2 very experienced fighters going toe-to-toe and basically cheek-to-cheek as we take a look at the replay.
Jason again putting the pressure on. Carter's doing a good job of actually having some arm control. And see that up elbow as Jason walks in there. I'm surprised he hasn't cut him yet, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the, I mean, Jason's the only one that has any visible damage. Neither fighter is cut.
Yeah. For a clinch ward, it's been really good. No blood, exchange of knees, good arm positioning. Jason's really dominating that exchange there.
The redness will show itself about to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning on either side of the ribs of both Lawrence and Scott. Just hurts to watch it, but both guys in great shape, training for this fight. And both of them look like it's just another day at the office. It's fight number 4 here at Rebellion 30. Jason Scott and Carter Lawrence. Team Pink Muay Thai out of Adelaide. Jason Scott versus O'Neill Ortega and the crew. Carter Lawrence. I mentioned 57 fights between the two gentlemen. 13 wins for Jason Scott. 13 and 13 to be exact in terms of the records. Carter Lawrence, 21 and 7. Jason has 3 knockouts to his name. Carter Lawrence, 4. But if you're a betting man on Ladbrokes, I would say it's definitely going to the judges. It's just a case of unanimous or split, because this has been a grinding clinch war from the get-go.
Straight back into the clinch here. Both fighters scoring really well with the knees, and you can see them trying to move their arms into a better clinch position for control.
Lawrence with the underhook on the outside.
Oh, nice kick by Carter.
Scott now, as we've seen all night, upward elbow, wears one, gets right back to where he wants to be in the clinch.
Doing a really good job of barring his head there, applying pressure.
All right, 2 minutes as Abbas Samadi right on top of the action, as he has been for all 4.5 rounds so far. Have to see the stat count if we collected them on the knees, well in the 300-400 mark by now.
Both fighters trying to make space by pulling their hips back to fit in like a bigger piercing knee like Carter just did there. Elbows on the exchange.
A kick check there by Scott.
Such a beautiful up elbow on the right side by Carter Lawrence in the red shorts. I think he's hit Jason with at least 3 every round.
As they go knee for knee again in the clinch against the ropes. 1:20 to go in the 5th and final round here at 68 kilos. Neither men taking a backward step. Nose to nose in the clinch as they break for the final minute or so. And we go straight back to where we were before.
Jason's showing so much resilience in this fight, just closing into the clinch from the start.
Abbas Samadi, another warning for grabbing the ropes. It's actually lucky he'd already given him 2 warnings earlier on in the fight. 38 seconds remaining. I think we're going to finish this fight where it started, right here. And now, short uppercut there from Scott. We hadn't seen that so far. Crossing elbow from Lawrence. Lawrence again with a body kick.
Nice long guard there by Carter Lawrence in the red. Just trying to control the distance. Getting good arm positioning there. Jason again using his body weight to push into Carter.
8 seconds remaining. Scott with a final flurry. As Lawrence now looking for an elbow. And to the judges' scorecard, we will go. Jason Scott and Carter Lawrence leaving it all in the ring. And I have a feeling this is going to be a split decision, because I certainly can't separate them. Maybe even a majority draw.
Very good clinch fight from both fighters. I'm sure Diesel Noah would be very proud.
And it was just a case of Scott prepared to wear an elbow or two to get that clinch. And when Carter did separate, he did find a home for the question mark kick, the body kick, but it was, only 1 or 2 before Jason was to go down to Sean Muggavan for our official decision.
Ladies and your judges' scorecard is in. And a split points decision. Judge 1 scored it 49-46 in favour of the blue corner. Judge 2 scored it 48-47 in favour of the red corner. And the third judge scored it 48-47 for your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Jason Scott.
Well, there you have it. Split decision victory to Jason.